Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Colonel Russell Gibson, 82nd Brigade Commander, welcome to the demobilization ceremony for Alpha Company, 3rd Battalion, 116th Cavalry Regiment.
Your team set the example of how we are the service of choice for Oregonians, trusted and admired by our citizens.
The soldiers are part of one of two companies, right? Two armor companies, and they spent a month on and a month off rotating the mission between those two companies. One company was, you heard, a rapid reaction force or a quick reaction force, and that means that they're ready to go at any moment, right? So if the CENTCOM commander needs armor into a space to defend or conduct an action, they were ready to go. And so as we celebrate your return, we also honor your families for their strength and support and their sacrifice. We know this was not easy on them. I know the support that I get from my family is vital to my service in the National Guard. Even something as simple as this drill weekend puts a stress on our. You showed the best of the Oregon spirit, committed, tough, resilient, pulling together to meet any test. Always ready, always there. On behalf of the citizens you serve so faithfully, I say welcome home and thank you for your outstanding service. Well done.
How are you? Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sergeant Major, thank you. Sir, thank you. Thank you, sir. Welcome home, Sergeant. Thank you, sir. Okay. Welcome home, sir.
My name is First Lieutenant Matthew Boer. I was the officer in charge of the Alpha Company 3116 detachment for the Turn 2 of Operation Spartan Shield deployment. For the deployment, our detachment was embedded as a platoon-size element within Bravo Company of the 2116 Cavalry. My occupation during the deployment was to serve as the executive officer of Bravo Company. My job as a whole was to manage the logistics and maintenance of the entire company, to include the main battle tanks as well as the attached Bradley infantry fighting vehicle, as well as maintain a qualified crew on the Abrams main battle tank, myself, and use that for training. Our occupation on the deployment, we served as the Mobile Response Force 2 for the region. Basically, our description was we were there on standby if there was instability in the region to deploy as a quick reaction force, while also to maintain our own strength and do cross-training with the nationals of the area. So throughout our course, we did partner nation trainings with the United Arab Emirates as well as the Kuwaiti Army itself. My favorite part about the deployment was there was always something for me personally to do to stay busy, whether it was a self-developmental opportunity such as the pre-ranger school or the Norwegian Ruck March or Air Assault School. Probably the most important thing was doing the cross-partner nation training with the countries in the Gulf. It let us know their capabilities a little bit more and our capabilities and how we can kind of fill the gaps in for each other and work together in that region. In my capacity that I served with the deployment, it was an honor and basically a life goal of mine to serve in this capacity on deployment, both for my state, my community, my country, and the region as a whole. I actually volunteered for this deployment because I've been in the National Guard for going on 10 years. And I was just waiting for an opportunity like this to come across. So once it came in, I seized on it. So I was really happy to be able to self-actualize that and kind of do what I always wanted to do.
David Rangel, Sergeant with Alpha Company 3116. So on this deployment, I was a loader for an M1A2 Abrams. We were deployed in the Middle East for 9 months. And what we did was a lot of our MOS-based specialization. So what was really cool about this is that we really got to get hands-on and in country. So I feel like we experienced the full journey, I should say, for this deployment. What I liked about this deployment was like I said, we really got to specialize and focus on just our MOS, which is 19 kilo armor crewman.